Memories of Mom's last birthday. It's hard to remember exact details. I was very young, and it's not pleasant to return to this kind of memory. I can try. The first visual that comes back is the cold tea-colored water from the lake pouring in through the seams of the almost watertight car windows. When it started coming in through the dashboard's AC vents, I remember realizing that Mom and I were probably stuck down here. Mom was humming and saying little memorized prayers like Our Father. She had me say this one along with her. "Let's get out," I asked. I sensed by the terrible silence of the engine that the car was disabled. But I was still young enough to trust the adults in my life to produce a miracle that would make the bad situation suddenly end. Grown-up magic had kept me alive this far.
We will soon, dear, I promise.
Mom lied. I could sense it in the clipped way she answered. It was a "stop asking" kind of answer. On the opposite side of the car from where I sat in the back seat, a tiny divot in the glass split up suddenly into a spider web of fractures. The lake water began bleeding in along every fresh seam in the now almost shattered pane.
I am sorry I have been gone so often.
She told me tearfully. I'd been staring at the barely intact window glass before I realized her calmness had turned to ugly crying.
I didn't have much control over it,
She sobbed.
but I could have done better.
The bleeds of thin water running in between window cracks were becoming more obvious. The water was freezing and up to my knees in the back seat. The water from the vents and elsewhere filled the car with a steady sound. On my lap, the spent model rocket Dad and I launched earlier today on Mom's birthday was soaked. I tore at it absent-mindedly with my fingers. We were both submerged to our chests. Soon after that, that's when I spotted a rescue diver. They came to me first, working with a hammer to crack the back window to pull me out. The last view I ever had of Mom was her clawing frantically to pull me back into the lake. I remember her fingertips digging into my flesh to keep me here in the grave that she had planted. Her arms added to the crush of water flowing in, which worked against the divers. For a moment, I was submerged and being ripped apart by opposite forces. It was then that the spiderweb cracks of the opposite window burst, pushing me out of the car and into the diver's arms alone. Grown-up magic had saved me again. It had been on Mom's birthday that Dad bought me the model rocket. I can never take back what I said, but I think I said in front of them both. You know, I think I love Dad more. Mom had been gone for so long, and it was Dad who gave me the rocket. I was speaking honestly, but without thinking. I'm sure that's what made her snap. I didn't mean to set Mom off on her birthday, and no matter what, I can't take it back. I remember that open field where we launched the rocket. So beautiful. And we were together. God, how I wish I could turn back time and hold my tongue. But that's useless wishing. That's wishful thinking. I hope she'll forgive me when I see her again.